The women-only review app T, which allows users to post photos and feedback about men, suffered a significant security breach affecting about 72,000 images, including about 13,000 selfies and ID photos used for account verification, plus 59,000 content shared images. No emails or phone numbers were reportedly accessed. So I think this app has been very, very controversial, and I think the first thing is it claims it's about safety, but if it's about safety, then why is it marketed as T, as a gossip app? It's first of all, the branding and the naming already exposes it that it's not about safety, it's about sharing gossip, it's about talking smack about men, basically. So that's like the core of the app. And it's like, okay, yeah, I support safety, but why it's just so invasive, it feels like. And you might say that, if you're not a bad person, then you have nothing to worry about. When have exes ever been a trustworthy source of information for somebody? Like, if I want to find out about somebody, why would I talk to the girl's exes? Why would that be the first group of people I want to talk to? Obviously, exes have incentive to speak negatively about you in a way that your friends and family wouldn't. If there was an app to talk to the person's friends and family, or childhood friends, or whatever, that would make more sense than exes, people who have incentive to talk bad about you, or people that have come across have had negative interactions. And I'm sure obviously there's some men that are like, okay, like I've seen some cases of like, the man was married and I found out on the T app, or the man was unsafe, he was acting creepy. Of course those are important, but like the general gossipy vibe is just not something that makes a lot of sense to me.
Hi, sorry to interrupt this wonderful video that you were watching. I just wanted to remind you to like the video and subscribe. It goes a long way. For you, it might just take a few seconds, but for me, it makes all the difference. I only need a couple thousand subscribers to be able to do this full time, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers, because of where I live. So to you, it might just take a second, but for me, it makes all the difference. So I'll just let you sit back and you can go back into enjoying the video that you were watching.
While T mandates selfie ID verification and blocks screenshots to protect identity, leaked content continues to circulate on platforms like 4chan, Reddit, and X. Critics argue the app facilitates digital vandalism, potential defamation, and breach of men's privacy. Oh, you don't say. Yeah, a huge breach of privacy. Like if you're a woman listening to this right now, and you're in support of the app, right? You're thinking the only reason men are pushing back is because their behavior is being exposed. Remove the fact that it's men from the equation for a second. Remove the fact that it's men and just think about just someone's privacy being breached. Just imagine an app that is built around putting information about somebody without their consent. Remove the fact that it's men, remove the fact that it's about dating. Just an app built around talking about somebody and revealing their information without their consent. Just think about how violating that is. And then imagine it's now driven by people who have incentive to speak bad about that person. Just imagine the ways it could be abused. And then if you're a woman listening to this, specifically a straight woman listening to this, now imagine if an app like that was run by men about women. It's all going to be like, oh, this bitch is ugly, this bitch is fat. Like, that's all it's going to be. So why would it be any different or any better if it's women? And if it was an app designed more about safety, I think there are so many features, so many more UI choices they could have made. Like the red flag feature could have been about like security issues, and then putting people's faces, names, and information without their consent just can't work. Like there just has to be a better way. And it's like, and people are calling it like, oh, Yelp reviews for dating, and it's like, Yelp, businesses aren't individuals. Businesses deal with the public constantly. Like anybody can just walk into a shop and buy something. If I'm an individual and and I went into a relationship with you, that is not public information. That is not something that everybody should now know. Because just because I had a relationship with you, I'm not dating everybody. I'm not looking to have like 10 relationships a day, the way businesses are looking to have 10 customers a day. And even beyond that, it's just businesses are public entities. A human being has rights to their own privacy. Simple. I like dating isn't something that everybody is entitled to. It's not like not everybody should have access to you as an individual. And the same way I'm not open to dating everybody, some people shouldn't have information about me. And then maybe, okay, maybe if it wasn't public, like for example, if you could list that, oh, I've had interactions with this man, I've dated this man, and that was it, right? And then you can now make requests to those users. So let's say, for example, Jade puts on her profile that she has dated Mark and Steve. That's all that's on her profile, like all the guys that she knows and that she has had access to. Then if I meet Mark on the street, if I meet Mark on Tinder, I can then go on the T app and see that Jade has had a relationship with Mark, and then I can privately DM Jade for any information on that. That would make so much sense than having public message boards. Like that's where the issue is. It feels like you can be safe as a woman without infringing on people's privacy. Like just because they're men doesn't mean that they don't have rights. Just because, we're prioritizing women's safety doesn't mean we don't have to think about the rights and privacy of the men. Launched in 2023, I didn't even know that. T-Search, the top of the US App Store with millions of users, especially amongst Gen Z. Legal experts warn users could face defamation or harassment claims despite protections under US law shielding platform operators. I think they're gonna have some very, very serious privacy claims, and I'll be happy if they go after the app for piracy claims. And I've noticed it's not just common among Gen Z, it's also common among women of color. I don't know if it was just my algorithm that has more black women of color in generally. I like minority of them are women. I don't know if that's my algorithm, but that's just my experience of seeing people that talk about it. I don't know why that is specifically. And even the men responding to it are mostly black men. I don't know why that is, but I mean, it's interesting. So it's young people and young people of color, which is very interesting. But I would like to see a lawsuit specifically about privacy. People sharing my information without consent is just not. It's just and I don't want to repeat myself, but dating information, like information about my dating life, isn't public. It shouldn't be public information. Like I'm not a company trying to date everybody. Anyway. Streaming personality Asmongold condemned backlash over leaked data as 100% karma, criticizing users for praising leak of others' private info while lamenting their own exposure. The incident has amplified concerns over the app's privacy controls and user conduct. I mean, I'm not a fan of Asmongold and say 100% karma. And another thing is like, okay, if you use the app, so that doesn't mean you deserve your driver's license to be up on the internet, right? Like that could cause so many security issues for you. You could be robbed, you could be impersonated, identity theft. It's crazy, all the bad things that could happen to you because you joined a gossip app. Let's say you assuming you even had the worst intentions, right, of like defaming people, talking bad about people. Let's say that was even your intention. I don't think you deserve to have your driver's license and your identity potentially stolen. I don't agree with that. But yeah, that's my thing. I think this topic is pretty rich, so I might actually make other videos on this, because since I started writing this video, there have been like 3 updates. The first update was how controversial the app was. The second update was the leaks, and then the third update were people being targeted and harassed based on the information that came out of the leaks. So I feel like this is going to be an ongoing story. So if this video does very well, hopefully I'll revisit it, and it can be like some kind of a series. I expect like lawsuits, legal issues, and people speaking up about it coming in the few weeks.
Hi, thanks for watching this video. But before you go, I just wanted to remind you to like the video and subscribe. It goes a long way for the algorithm, and like I said, I only need a few thousand subscribers to be able to do this full time. So for you it takes a second, for me it makes all the difference. Thanks for watching this video, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing.